Everybody knows this plant right here. This is called Pyracantha. There's two different types. Actually, there's several types of Pyracantha. The ones that they sell is the upright version. It's called Graber Firethorn Pyracantha. This is probably one of the toughest plants around. I use it as a privacy barrier on the other side of my home, and I happen to put one here because it's in line with the neighbors' back windows here, so we thought we'd give them a little privacy and keep privacy to ourselves. I did have another rose right here, but it died, so I had to take it out. But this is a nice evergreen plant that requires fertilizer at the minimum February, May, and September, 1684 tree and shrub and vine. If you see on this particular plant and you look very, very closely at the leaves and they look like they have a rust looking color, and it's just starting right there, okay? That can actually be an insect, okay? That's the dust mites. So if you spray your plant, I would get a dialed-in sprayer and a good insecticide, again, and then spray the plant. And you just don't stand back and just spray. You actually reach into the plant and spray up into the plant, down, and always spray the ground around the plant because there's a lot of insects that are crawling on the ground and they'll want to crawl up into your plant. So spray the ground. You can spray in the hot summertime. I don't really recommend it. If you do your homework and do the correct fertilization program, there really shouldn't be a whole lot of problems because this is the type of plant you can put an insecticide down through the water system into the roots that come up. Okay, it's systemic, and that's a really good way to fertilize. But this is a tough plant. One thing about Pyracantha is they have long thorns on them that will stick you hard, so be careful handling it. It will take full sun, and if it starts to take off on you, in other words, if it starts growing really quick, you're going to have to control this plant because I can make this plant go 30 feet tall if we want. It will spread out and just go wild. I've seen this plant as big as these trees are that we just passed my xylosma tree. And there's some that I saw in California that were bigger than that, but a great privacy plant. If you want to do a espalier work where you're making like the apple tree and you just want to have a nice espalier work, but then you go through and you start thinning. And this is one plant that you can thin, cut, and by next week, it's going to be right back where it's at. So keep an eye on this one, okay?